어머, 전화가 잘 안 들려서 그래. 어머, 어쩌면.
어머!
어머!
Oh, ooh la la! Welcome back to the Ajumma show. It's your host, Peter Kim.
And this is Unji Kim.
What's up, Unji? New background? Feeling good?
I know. It's like crazy. I got lights. I'm out of the closet.
Yeah.
I'm not having pieces of insulation falling on me.
Fall
during...
on top of you? Carcinogens in the air?
And the Wi-Fi is better. Like, shit, everything is better.
You look clear as fuck. Before, I was like, I had to like try to like read your lips to figure out what the fuck you were saying.
Yeah, and I look so fuzzy as well. Like, I look like a cartoon.
Yeah. You look real right now.
I know.
Yeah.
I look as real as you do.
Thank you so much. I need a little less definition. The acne scars are shining too bright today.
Yeah, it's like it's been sort of. I like cleaned up this fucking whole thing. I cleaned up this area, so it's like kind of fresh. I'm ready for the Ajumma show.
Ajumma show. It's coming. I can't wait.
It's coming.
Yes, it's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so exciting.
Okay. Do you want to? I'm this thing.
Huh?
This quesadilla supreme. This review.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
it?
Oh yeah. Read us a review. Why not?
Okay. This is after. This is in March 18th. So this is after the thing, after the shelter in place started.
Yeah.
Isn't this, wait, can I show you where I am now? Like, look at this. Look at where I am. Okay.
Okay.
This is a full ass
setup.
studio.
I love it. You've got some lights. You got a bunch of tripods.
Yes. I got gels.
You got gels.
Look, I'm standing up. You probably can't. I'm standing up.
Yeah. We could kind of hear you. That's cool. I love that.
Yeah, and I'm in front of it's all very real. It's all happening. And I was able to do this because I introduced a third to my relationship.
I did not know you opened it up. You opened your relationship up?
I opened us up.
Oh my God.
Thank you. A babysitter. And
wow. How classic. How cliche of you. The babysitter.
I know. Everyone saw it coming. Everyone warned me, don't ever hire a young woman.
Uh-huh.
And I said, I'm not about that vagina and vagina hate.
That's right.
So no, I got a lady, and so like she came, and then I was able to do this. It was just like I
for those people who are listening, she's in a like legit studio, looking like truly looks like you're on like the set of E. You know what I mean? Like what's that show? And you like E's like I don't know, celebrity news break. It looks like very, very a fish.
Like if I had like if I could just like if you could see my stool.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then someone was sitting next to me, or like there was a small box right here.
Yeah, exactly. Upper right hand corner.
Yeah.
That's
it.
Like,
oh, can you believe what Lena Dunham said this week?
Oh shit, I do believe it because she's a wretched bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have any hate for her. I know a lot of people hate her, but like, I don't know. She's doing her thing. She's chubby. I have a lot of things in common. We have a lot of things in common. We have tattoos. We're both chubby.
I think that's it.
That's enough in Hollywood. All right, that's enough.
Wait, how many tattoos do you have?
I have one. I have one. I want to get rid of it too, honestly.
Where is it?
It's right here.
Oh, what is
on my
that?
left arm. It's kanji. It's not even hanmun. It's kanji, which is like simplified Chinese letters and means yonggi, courage. And I got it because I was 17 years old and gay as fuck. And I was like, maybe if I stamp my arm with the word courage, I'll look at myself every day and I'll be able to come out, you know?
Was it really like that cognizant? Like you knew that's the reason why you were getting this tattoo?
Yeah, I needed courage. I really needed something to like remind me. But the tattoo artist was a white woman, and
Mm-hmm.
she was Karen McDougal, and she.
A Karen tattooed you?
Karen tattooed me. I was in Bayside, Queens. It's a home of the Karens, and she, you know how like in Chinese lettering, every stroke counts.
Mm-hmm.
If you see here, right there, she missed a stroke. She didn't close that box. So every stroke, like, you know, it turns it into a completely different meaning.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to say yonggi, courage, but now it just says faggot. So
Get out of here doing your bits.
No, it says nothing now, which is worse than faggot. Like, I might as well have an actual word
Right.
than just nonsense like gobbledygook.
So wait, why don't you just get it closed up? You want to just get rid of it?
I might just make enough money, and then when laser becomes like an immediate thing, I'll just do that. Cause like whatever, I don't want to get it covered up, because then I have to get a new thing, and then what? I'm gonna put a fucking dragon around it. I don't care.
No one asked you to do a dragon. You're the one that
everybody's expecting. All my high school friends, they're expecting me to get a dragon, a scorpion, a fucking phoenix,
an Acura symbol.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I've never gotten. I don't have any tattoos.
Good for you. I mean, no knock on anyone who has tattoos, but like at this age, almost 40, you're all of a sudden going to become the person who has tattoos. No, that's a young thing. You decide on that.
Maybe I'll get one.
Where?
I don't know. I've always wanted to get something right here, like on the inside here.
Yeah. Okay. If you want.
What do you want to get? That sort of a bitch.
What do you want to get?
You know I'm going to get a poem. Why are you even asking?
It's going to be a she?
Why are you even asking? You know it's going to be a poem. You know it's going to be in Courier New.
That's so funny. I mean, I guess, you know, like I don't knock anyone for getting tattoos, but it just feels like a huge thing now. You know, maybe like we're just closer to our mortality.
It's true, but that's how I can tell that I'm old. That's how young people can tell that we're old.
Why?
We don't have any tattoos.
Oh. You think that's it? You think all young kids have tattoos?
Think about it.
I guess I don't know any young kids. I don't.
Come on. I don't. I mean, I know a lot
comics.
Of
yeah, sure.
Yes,
comics. Yeah.
Comics that are like under the age of 25, all of them are tatted.
Damn, I guess it's a cultural thing. It's like
it's way more exception. It's way more accepted now. Kids get it at 18, like it's no big thing.
Damn,
like people are totally normal.
Freaked out when I got my tattoo.
Oh yeah, my mom would still die.
Freaked out. Oh yeah, wouldn't she? You know, I'm watching Housewives right now, and the New York City season. There's a new girl named Leah, a new lady named Leah, and she is tatted up everywhere, and it looks good on her. Like she looks like a bad bitch, right? Like I'm really into that look, and all the Upper East Side ladies, they're all like, oh, you have a tattoo? Ugh,
yes.
What? No, I don't talk to people with tattoos. There's so much stigma from the older generations of it being gang related, of it being, of a certain
bad
class.
People, seedy people.
It's
about being like a bar floozy. Like you're a specific type of person that likes, like it's a record, like I'm literally saying everything in my mind like my mom would say, which is like rock and roller.
Rock and roll? You mean like rock and roller?
Yeah. Like she's like a rock and roll girl.
Rock and roll girl?
Rock and roll girl, except she says
rock and roll girl.
Yeah. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, as if it's a bad thing. And now if you say the words rock and roll, you're like, are you an alien? What the fuck are you saying? Rock and roll? What you talking about? I
mean, like that, there is that association with it. And that's very much our generation. Because the people younger than us, they don't have that shit.
Yeah.
Everyone is tatted.
Everyone's tatted.
Yeah, it used to be like an indie, like alternative, or like things, and people who are in niche side of subcultures. But now everyone, the most basic people, the most basic bitches get it.
Oh yeah, that's why I don't want it, because I want the reverse look now. I want to be so straight edge. I'm cool.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's where it's coming back around. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. I mean, that was the whole punk scene, right? Like being completely straight edge and like having control over your desires and body.
Of it. Yeah, a subset of it. Wait, are you gonna try?
My boyfriend just walked in wearing shorts overalls, like a damn cutie. Come here. No, they can't see you from there. Come here and show up. Oh, look at her.
No.
She's squealing and screaming. He can't hear you.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the show. All right. How about?
Okay.
Let's read this review from our friend.
Oh yeah, from 3/18/2020.
That's right.
Ilias M.
Oh.
Fuck listener. This is a review, and it says the title of it is Quesadilla Supreme. Quesadilla
that's
Supreme.
That's the user.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it begins Ilias M. And the review goes, fuck listener here.
Mm-hmm.
I am so glad I found this podcast. Even though I am not Korean, as a POC with immigrant parents, I can still relate to a lot of the cultural topics you guys talk about. Yes, that's what we always talk about. Connecting listeners across cultures through shared experiences in this way is a beautiful thing. Oh my God, this is like really well written.
It is.
Also, you guys absolutely kill me with your humor. The episode where Peter talks about buying a pet stool for alternative.
What the fuck? I just copied and pasted this. I didn't even read this one. That's funny.
I won't ruin it for those who may not have heard it.
Please don't ruin it.
Laughing hysterically. Please keep the episodes coming, and I hope you guys can do a live show in NYC in the future.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, fucker.
We will try. We hope.
I love our
that's literally our dream.
That's our dream. One day the vaccine hits or there's like a new class, subclass or super class of people who have gone through COVID and carry antibodies, something. All right. Speaking of which, hold on. Before I get into catch up, let me just do this. Ajumma Show live on Zoom, 5/29 Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. You know it. Register on the Eventbrite. You can Google for it, search for an Eventbrite. Go to either me, Eunji, or the Ajumma Show pages, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, on our bios. It's all there. Go look for it. We already have. We're almost sold out, by the way.
Really?
We're almost sold out. Capacity is 100, so hurry up and go get it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be there. You got to be in the room.
You got to be in the room, baby.
Room where it happens.
Room where it happens. Room where it happens. Me, Eunji, we're going to be doing comedy. Nori Reed's going to be doing stand-up, a guest comedian. She's one of my friends out here in LA. Incredible stand-up. So funny. So cool. We'll be playing some games with her, with you guys. Only with our Patreons.
Yes.
I'm like writing a slideshow. I have shit ready, bitch. I am stealing images from the internet. So you better get your ass to this show. All right? 5/29.
We're stealing shit from the internet for you.
For you. For free. It's a free show. Come. Also, if you can't come, don't worry about it. I know like getting on a Zoom, it's who wants to do it? Yes. I get it. So if you want to support us a different way, post about us, become a Patreon, donate to us at Ajumma Show on Venmo. We're going to be splitting the proceeds with our producers and Nori Reed. We're paying everyone out. We're not trying to be chandori sekiter, so like we're doing it right. All right, quick catch up. So before I go into this pitch that I'm doing, I am I know, so insane. It's crazy, but I got so did I tell you I sent out right before COVID, like October, November-ish.
Okay.
I did like a weekend in San Diego.
Yes.
And this headliner, Alex, he was like, "You're really good. You should be headlining." And I was like, "Tell everyone, please. I love doing this." And he was, "I'll send you a couple emails." So he sent me emails. I sent this to you, right? Like the club list. I didn't send this to you?
No.
Oh, I'll send it to you.
Sorry, I gotta have this because I have an upset stomach. I'm having some ginger.
Oh, that's okay. Go for it. Drink it up. So he sends me these lists of comedy clubs and their contacts and bookers to like submit your stuff to. So I write an email out and blah blah blah. And then I send it to my reps They should actually go into like the Patreon user chat because it's hot tea.
It's too much tea.
Let's give the people a sample. So basically, I go to my reps, and one of my reps goes, emails like this don't really work out. And I was like,
"Who?
Really?" And she goes, "Yeah, why don't, the way this usually works is that you have to become friends with other comics, and then they bring you and then introduce you to the club, and you start featuring, hosting, doing smaller sets, and then you work your way up to become a headliner." And she's like talking to me like I'm fucking an idiot.
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm like, which rep? Put it in the chat so I can see.
Okay, I'll just this is so silly and stupid.
Okay. That is okay.
But isn't that
you
name?
You had trouble with this exact same person before.
Yes, this is the same person.
Yes,
I've had problems with. So I was like deeply upset by it, and then at the end of the email, she goes, "Listen, why don't we try to like work on some small? I have some contacts with clubs. We'll get you in, and then we'll do it the right way, quote right way." And I email her back saying, "Hey, I understand how stand-up works, and I understand how you have to go from here to here to here.
Yeah.
The reason why I hired you is to skip all that."
Did you really send her that email?
I was like, why do I need you if I could do this on my own? What are you doing? What's your job and what's your 10% worth?
Having listened to Peter Kim talk to his reps.
I scream at them because here's the thing. Like, I'm not trying to be mean to my reps. I want to be friends with my reps, right? The better the relationship, the better, of course. But I just don't understand that when they are saying you're the boss, you pay us, but why ain't you working for me? You're just waiting for the scraps to fall. That's not how this works. And if you say, "No, honey, get in line, that's how it works," guess what? You don't need to be my rep. I need someone crazy like me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need someone more subtle and meek than me. If I could get the job, I'll keep the 10%. I'll buy my mom a new fucking bag. She's been asking for it for years. So anyway, so I go through all this and I send out an email to I sent out like 65 emails.
Wow.
And the return rate is shitty. Some of the emails are indeed bunk and do not work anymore. Of course, that's what happens. But I do get a few emails back saying, "Loved your tape, would love to book you."
Great.
And so I got booked, and then COVID happened. And yesterday I got an email from this club from Tucson, Arizona, saying, "Hey, are you hunkered down or can you come do a weekend?"
When?
I asked. I don't know, but I think they're open. You know those like states, Southwest, they be out of control. Like Texas
they're open.
They're fully open.
Yeah.
No like guidelines, nothing. Just I think their governors.
I think Nevada is as well. Arizona, Nevada, all of them.
Las Vegas, like I think their governors are just like, try your best.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all they're doing. So I'm nervous. I don't know what to do. What would you do? Being as thirsty of a comedy bitch as I am, my first instinct is, okay, I'll show up. I'll have a mask, whatever. Let's go. I'll bring my own microphone, whatever. Let's go. What's the dip? Why is this a thing? And then I started thinking about, well, it's a whole weekend of shows, not just like a one spot. And I'm up there headlining
for a long
doing a
time.
45 to an hour. People are laughing, coughing, projecting their spittles. You know what they need to do at comedy clubs? I know this is crazy, but maybe do like a plexiglass. So you could see me, I could see you, I could hear you, could hear me, but none of your spittles could get on me, or vice versa.
Like a penalty box?
Yeah. like a Pope mobile.
They should just have the first row start further back.
Oh yeah, I'm into that. Sure.
But the thing is,
12 feet away.
It will help you.
Yeah, because gravity will take my spit to them.
Yeah.
But they're also spitting on each other.
So it doesn't protect each other, themselves against each other.
But for me, I'm elevated.
Yes.
Hopefully. Unless it's a raked stage, which I'm like, what the fuck is that? What kind of club has a raked
Well, I mean, how much is the money worth it?
I don't know. I have to figure it out. But
and when is it?
I remember the original thing was like low. It was $750 for the weekend.
That's good.
That's pretty good. But during COVID, that needs to be like $3,000. You know what I mean? Like, what am I risking here? Like a weekend in Tucson for what? You know,
drive
so
out
like
there.
I'm not gonna drive. That's like 8 hours. I'll fly. See, I have to fly. I don't know. I'm like talking myself out of this now. Like, is this worth it?
Yeah, I mean, if you drove.
If I drove, it would be more worth it.
And you
That's 14 hours in my car alone.
Well, are they going to pay for your hotel?
Yeah, they do the whole like.
Do they have a comedy condo, or is they going to have a hotel?
I think it's a comedy condo.
See, that's the other thing.
I'm not trying to stay at some nasty ass like cum stained condo. Ugh.
But that probably also hasn't been cleaned.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Not just cum covered. I mean, you can still be covered in cum and still be clean. Like that's what all hotel rooms are.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. It's just clean cum buckets.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But no, that would be different. That would be different. If they were paying for a hotel, it was more money. I guess it was closer.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe if a San Diego club was like come down for a weekend, I would totally do that. I could even drive back every night. But Tucson,
is it not in
Arizona,
San Diego as bad?
Huh?
Is it not in San Diego as bad?
What, the COVID?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like it's the same everywhere, really. Like, how much less bad would it be somewhere?
I mean, there are places, some towns where there are no reported cases.
That's true.
You know, and like Tucson just being so less populated, but it's still a pretty big town.
It's a pretty big town.
Big city.
In Arizona, it's probably what? Second biggest town?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm kind of in I have to get back to them, but I first asked like when, just to be like, because if they said December, I'll be like, I'll take it and then I'll figure it out. You know, but if they said next week, no, I'm not doing that. Because
even in December, you don't know what's going to be happening.
Exactly. But at least that's far enough into the future. Like, for example, I got into a festival in Bloomington, the Limestone Comedy Festival.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And it got moved from the summer to now September, but they still are not they still don't know what the exact dates are. So, yeah, the writing's on the wall right now. It just feels like it feels premature to jump back in.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, people are trying to open up, though. I mean, my son's preschool is trying to open up, and they're like, I know of several parents that are sending their kids back.
Damn. Fuck. That's so crazy. Why not just write out the rest of the... I mean, it's May. It's the end of May already. How many more days of school do you want?
Well, I mean, this is for quote-unquote summer camp.
Oh, okay. Ooh, yeesh. Are you... Yeah. You're not doing it. You're keeping him at home?
Yes.
Well, you gotta tell us about this... What happened with you?
Is that your catch up? Is that your catch up? What about the other thing? No?
Oh, I've been talking for so long. Quickly, very quickly, I am pitching a show right now to, I shouldn't really say who, but I'm pitching a TV show right now.
Famous television for a television network.
For a television network.
It's famous.
That's famous. Yeah. Yeah. It's not for Oxygen.
But that's pretty famous too.
I would pitch to Oxygen. Don't get me wrong. I'll pitch to anyone who's willing to listen.
Yeah.
But my college best friend Steve Song and I have reconnected in LA in the last 2 years, and we were like butt buddies in college. We're 19 years old. We met 3 days before 9/11, And when 9/11 happened, I was at his house at like 7 a.m. watching it all happen, and I don't know, something happened in all of us where we all kind of were like, fuck it, let's live to the fullest. And we partied harder than we've ever partied before. We were 19, so duh. But anyway, I just ended up sleeping at his house on 9/11, and I never left. I was that guy. I was like Dupree on the couch. You know what I mean? So we became best friends, and we both went to very smart schools. He's a very smart kid, and he was my first comedy partner. We started doing sketch comedy together. We were doing comedy videos together and editing videos together.
Cool.
It was just like the coolest, most collaborative, and the most fun and the easiest thing. And then in 2005, after we graduated, we met up in a Starbucks in Times Square, and we wrote a spec pilot of The Office, and we were like, let's go. We're doing this. Let's go. We could do it. And then life happened. And then we went to different cities, and we moved to different places. And then, we just kind of came all the way full circle, and we met up in LA 15 years later. And
that's crazy.
And this is a friend before I came out, before I knew like before I'd started doing comedy. So he's like my old friend. But now we've like re-established this friendship, and it's like, of course we missed 15 years of our lives together.
Right.
We said happy birthday, whatever, like Merry Christmas, stuff like that, but didn't really like work on the friendship for 15 years.
Yeah, you guys weren't in each other's lives.
Yeah, and it was kind of like out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
And now that we came back, we started like talking about, what are you doing? He's an actor, he's a writer. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And he was like, wait, should we work on something? And I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, we used to work on stuff all the time. And then we started like kicking around ideas, and this idea stuck. And I was like, there's something here. And I brought it to my reps, and they brought it to some people, and now we're gonna go in and do a pitch.
That's crazy.
It's fucking
nuts. What's he doing in LA? What was he doing in LA?
What is he doing in LA? He's an actor.
What was he doing? Did he move out there 2 years ago, or had he been out there?
He's been here for 7.
Wow.
Yeah, just doing the thing, like doing little projects here and there, taking acting classes. Like, he's not a comedian at all. He's very funny, but he's not a comedian. He's never wanted to do sketch comedy or improv or stand up. Like, he just wants to be an actor. Like, if he could be in a Korean drama, he would like live. You know what I mean? Like, his whole life, he would get it. So, and he's very cute and like good looking, and he still looks young. So that's his track, like, and I'm his grandfather once told us, we were like cackling up at his house, like having a great time. He's like, you two are funny. You're like the Laurel and Hardy of Koreans. He didn't know Laurel and Hardy, but I just assumed that's what he meant. He said, you two are funny. One's fat and one's skinny. So that's what I took.
And that's also the classic comedic
That's
team.
the combo. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So, one is short and one is tall. But usually even the short one is skinny and the tall one is fat.
Fat. Yeah. It's a look. It's a duality. He's very like meek and shy and humble and earnest, and I'm very loud and stupid and whatever. Like it's good. But anyway,
crazy.
Yeah. So now I'm like, this is so good, and everything worked truly since we started like thinking about this show.
Yeah.
Till we just did our first practice pitch for my reps on Friday. That was 4 weeks. Isn't that crazy? That's like unheard of.
That's crazy. So what is he doing? That makes it feel so kismety.
That's the exact word he's been saying. He keeps calling it kismet. He's like, there's something here. The literal thing, you would love this because you love like poetic shit like this. He sat, you've been to my house. He sat under the mirrors and just like in the chair, and we were talking, and we were just laughing. And I was like, I can't believe we're here. Like, you and I are in LA now, And he's like, he's like, why? Of course we are. And I was like, what do you mean, of course? He was like, we were always the dreamers. I was like, you're right.
Wow.
닭살, 닭살.
Yeah.
That truly got me. I was like, oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Out of all our friends, when we were 19 years old, we knew from then. But anyway, yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I mean, it's crazy. So is he married or anything like that? Does he have a girlfriend and he's out there? Or is he?
He has a girlfriend. Oh, he has a whole story. I'll tell you about it like offline. It's like straight up K-drama. Like the reason we started writing together is because of this drama he's going through with his to-be mother-in-law. She's doing like exact K-drama shit. Like, my daughter is a liar. Like, just like one of the, it's cuckoo cuckoo.
Okay.
Yeah. But very fun and good fodder for comedy.
Okay. That's crazy. The 4 weeks and like you guys are able to
4 weeks.
That's kismety.
Kismety. And all the like work feels like
effortless.
Yeah. Each character is like, oh, it's this person from our lives. Oh yeah, duh. Oh, it's this person from college. Oh yeah, duh. Like it's all people we know. You know what I mean? We're not inventing anything. We're just kind of like putting things on hooks. And it feels like, yeah.
I love hooks.
Anyway, what's going on with you? Give us a catch up.
Well, I do love hooks. It's like a shaker tradition of putting stuff. What's going on with me? As you can tell, I have just come out of the shower.
Looking fresh.
I've just come out of the shower. It's the first shower I've taken in maybe a week. I do a weekly shower now. That's my weekly. I do a weekly.
Weekly? What? How?
I do a weekly.
Don't people complain in your house?
Yes.
What's your deal? It's just you're too stressed to shower?
Yeah. I'm too busy.
Wow. Okay.
So I opened up my pod. We introduced that babysitter to our pod. She has been social isolating. She lives alone. She has not been on anything. She walks to my house.
Who is this person? How did you find her?
So she was his teacher, used to be his teacher. And she used to come to babysit when she goes to grad school now.
Oh, okay.
So she'll come by. And so she agreed that she would come by twice a week, some weeks 3.
Okay.
Because she has like school and shit. She's still got stuff going on in her fucking life, you know? And I mean, you know, I truly at this point was like, I almost considered sending my son back to school. I'm at that point. Like,
yeah. You're like, you need some time.
I need some time.
Breath. Yeah.
So I invited her over. We did this. You know, she doesn't even really spend time in our house, really. She like comes up through the back, and then her and my son leave and go do shit outside. She doesn't really like to even be inside.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Why be inside someone else's house with their fucking germs and shit?
Yes, if you don't have to. She's like really still being very careful.
Good.
She comes in to put him down for a nap, but like that's it. So that happened 2 days this past week, and I made this into the home studio. Wow. Like, I mean, like you saw, my productivity went up 100%.
Skyrocketed.
Yes.
Whoa.
And then we went on Monday for Memorial Day. We went out to my husband's parents' house because it's his mother's birthday. So I brought some food. We sat outside. We socially distanced hung out, did a social distance hang. And so at this point, we'd had 2 interactions with the babysitter, Sunday, Monday. She came over Sunday, Monday. Mm-hmm. Monday afternoon, we went out and socially distanced hang. That night, I started to get a fever.
Damn.
Yeah.
How scary.
Yes. Legit. Like I was up like sweating through my pajamas. Like my husband like getting up and like pulling, getting out of bed, and me getting up and him being like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like through sweat, being like, checking my temperature. I have a fever, and then I have to text his parents.
Oh my god.
The babysitter.
Oh my god.
Not come. I had like another guy. My husband was supposed to train a dude downstairs in this studio. Everyone had to be canceled. Literally, I opened it up. The second I was like,
a little bit of productivity.
Like, just no.
Yeah, the world was like, get down.
No, you're gonna just be unable to answer emails. Or I like legit slept.
Let me ask you this: when did you get the 몸살? When did you start getting the fever? On Sunday?
Monday night.
Monday night?
Like
when did you put this studio together?
Sunday.
That's it. You fucking pushed your body to the max. You were like, I have 6.5 hours total while this fucking grad student bitch is taking my son around. I must create a dolly. And you probably overexerted yourself to the max to get this thing done. I mean, it's worth it. You look incredible. You sound great. The Wi-Fi's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, like,
it's like you probably pushed it.
It seems like I may have. It seems like, because I feel fine now. I have a little bit of upset stomach. You know, my fever is fine. I took a shower. Look at me.
Yeah, this isn't COVID, because if it was, you'd be coughing everywhere. You wouldn't be able to breathe.
Yeah,
so
I mean, even if I had another symptom, it would have not gone away. Like, I would be feeling bad. I felt fine. I think the other symptoms are taste and smell. I can taste everything. I can smell everything too well. Like, almost too well. I wish it would go away. Because because of this, I haven't been smoking. So I mean, I can taste everything really well.
Wow, look at that. The taste buds are back.
Yeah.
Now, do you crave smoking? Are you craving cigarettes right now?
I crave the experience of winding down.
Yes. It's like, you know what it is? It's like that like feeling when Koreans get when they do a soju shot.
Yes.
It's like that. Yeah. 아이고 시원해.
I want a 시원한 feeling all the time.
All the time.
Do you know why I actually got a scrub, a body scrub that has like lactic acid in it.
Oh.
Because I need something to replicate what those Ajummas do. And I don't want to put in the effort. So I just want to I wanted to just slough off with chemicals.
And lactic acid does that? Mm-hmm. It takes the day off? Whoa.
It's not that. It doesn't come off in there. But it's just like legit what that, like, it's the same thing as like the lactic acid peeling, like it coming off.
Yeah, but what's coming off? Your skin?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dope. It's exfoliating.
Yes.
Cool.
But intense.
Ooh,
it's like a peel.
Yeah, it feels bad. Does it sting?
Yeah.
Ooh, I love
a little bit. Like inunde? Like,
oh yeah, the
decolletage.
Like
yeah. It's like it gets a little bit like,
yeah.
but you rinse it off right away. Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, it is the same. It's similar
texture.
Yes, it's as similar as you can get to tepikinanga, like of all the time. Because you know this, no matter how hard you
do it to yourself, it's never the same.
No.
I know. I did it today. I have a new towel.
Yeah.
Because the old one's getting grody, so I got it, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's scrub it." And I'm like, and also the ankles. You can't get the right angles while you're standing up in a shower. Forget about it. It's like trying to do self-fellatio. Like, it's just not worth the fucking cramps.
It's true, the ankle, because even the ankle, even the Ajumma has trouble with the ankle.
The bitch got to get on a fucking stool.
Yeah.
One time, this Ajumma, she had to jump up and get into my ass. Like, he had to figure out a torque.
You had to lever. You use simple mechanics. You had to use a simple machine to get in there.
Yeah, he had a pulley system. It was rough.
I mean, I have had to resort to the most sophisticated white lady shit to get.
There you go.
Like, base level Korean shit.
Yeah.
But so, like, I mean, it's crazy. But that to me, the saddest part of this, like, because when are we gonna go back to King Spa?
Don't talk to me about that.
I mean, how about this? Before you
I don't want to think about that.
Before you go to Tucson, you should try to get into a King Spa. Some sort of a Korean spa. I don't know.
Here's my decree. I will not step on stage to do comedy before I could get my te mirror.
Yeah.
By an ajushi at a Korean spa. And that's a promise. Because if it's not safe for me to do that, it damn well is not safe for me to do that.
Yes. And that is an Ajumma show promise.
That's a promise. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
I was reading this article on WTGW in Chicago about Korea Times Chicago specifically.
How movie to put Chicago? Yeah, my mom worked for Korea Times. Yeah. She worked for Korea Times, 중앙일보, the Korea Central Times, and 조선일보. All three of them in New York.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She jumped around a lot.
So this article is specifically talking about a fundraising campaign, hashtag Save Chicago Media. It is basically supporting journalistic outlets that obviously have seen massive revenue drops during this pandemic because no local advertising exists anymore.
Bitch, that's what my mom's going through because she does advertising for her newspaper in New Jersey. And you know what she does now? Her new job? Home shopping.
¿Cómo?
Like a QVC.
Oh.
She had to literally change her job to like packing boxes for home shopping stuff and like, doing inventory.
So
anyway,
is she going?
No. She's just like fulfilling the things, the orders. Yeah.
But no, so this is exactly it. These are obviously all these people, their income has evaporated because local business doesn't exist anymore. So right now, Korea Times Chicago is basically relying entirely on grants to survive.
Damn.
And they've given them about $40,000 in matching funds for donations at something called SaveChicagoMedia.org. So you guys can sorry, my son is stop. I'm not loud. You're loud.
Angie's son is telling her she's too loud.
He's just like, no, you're loud.
I mean, that you guys are a perfect pairing because you're both very loud. And you have the quietest husband. Quietest husband and father.
Yeah, like this. He's like, Mom, why are you so loud?
Oh my God. He's going to be saying that for the rest of his life. Just get ready to
so this basically, I just want to put this link up on the when we tweet this out. But it's the campaign runs through June 5th. This basically all I could think about, Peter, when I was reading about this. One, about how important Korea Times newspapers were to us as kids. Like before the internet, I mean, that's the only way that our parents ever got any news, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And so with Korea Times, like, is the harbinger of what else? Like the death of local business, specifically ethnic Korean. I mean, just like reading this really came bored. What the reality that came bearing down on me is like how different our cities are going to look. I talked about it before with all the Korean restaurants dying, but this is going to be all of them.
Yeah.
You know, like just not just Korean, but just all ethnic businesses that don't typically
all small businesses, even all of them.
And so many small businesses are owned by immigrants.
Yeah, I mean, imagine Devon Street in Chicago, that whole Indian Pakistani area. Like, God damn. All of Lawrence.
Yeah, all of Lawrence, Albany Park, like basically Argyle.
Argyle, the Vietnamese.
Yes. So like basically the city will not only look different, but like they'll be less ethnically diverse. Right? So like that's the reality about your city. And like if you want to be if you guys are ordering food, please be sure to support small businesses, especially Asian restaurants that are closing at a faster rate than any other restaurant. And the thing about it is, like, as I was thinking about like small businesses specifically, Peter, I mean, just inside of ethnic community, stores and small businesses are such a central part of the community. Like even there's always like an Ajumma that owns something. It's always like the Jungbu Ajumma, or it's like this, like the lady that works this store, this, like everyone is an Ajumma or an Ajushi. Like they're a public person if you own a store.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like
their community, the community.
And so the fact that they're not going to be there is just like another person, another point person, another nexus of connection.
Yeah.
Right. Because like even all of my teachers, like every single math tutor I ever had, every piano teacher I ever had was like from some Ajushi at the store.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I know someone. Let me hook you up. Yeah.
And so like those places that are going to start to die, not only was it, I mean, this is accelerating something that was already organically happening with our generation because we use the internet. We don't go to those places as much, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And so it's like, it's accelerating by probably about 15 years, what would have been organic, sort of slow death.
Right.
But not only, so that was the thing, is like we were all talking about how afterwards, basically, retail is going to look like just Amazon,
Walmart,
and Walmart.
Yeah.
And it's like that to me is, not only is that entirely true, but it's like that means that there will no longer be any other, like, small businesses may survive, but fewer of them will
I think
ever
it'll
look
get
any
to
more
maybe
kind of ethnic.
micro businesses. You know what I mean? Like Etsy-ish. Like I could imagine like Ajummas kind of banding together and doing banchan 장사 on Instagram. You know what I mean? Something like that. Like my friend Steve Song, my writing partner, his mom had a kage, right? Like all our moms, right? They had a like what are those called? Like Hello Kitty kage. It was like stationery and shit like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and of course that went out of vogue, you know, early on. So she had to close down. But I remember going to his house. His mom made the best food. It was like always so the kan. And the seasoning was perfect. It was so different from my own mother's cooking, which I famously hated. And I loved her cooking. And I remember when we went to college, I was like, how's your mom doing? Like, the store closed, blah, blah. She's like, oh, she's bouncing back because she's making banchan at home and selling it and driving it over to her church people, because everyone at her church knows that her banchan's the best.
It's the best.
Yeah. So it is a sad time, definitely, and go support your local businesses. But also, I know us, and I especially like ethnic people, because we've had to deal with so much shit and so much war and oppression, especially fucking Koreans. We are like the kakaroches of, you know, we'll turn
in that pronunciation.
Kakaroches. I was gonna say cucarachas.
Okay.
And then I started with kakaro, and then I had to just finish it off. But it's something new. Try it out. Kakaroches.
Kakaroches.
Yeah, and not in like the diseased, you know, vermin kind of way, but like the illustrious. We will win over anything.
Survive.
We will survive, and I believe it. And that's another Ajumma show promise. Like if you have any sort of 손재주 skill, some kind of like trade, isn't now the time? This is the time. While everything's kind of in flux and being shaken out, this might be the time. And I have been watching more recently than not history YouTubes. I love history. I'm a history geek.
Yeah.
But I have been watching a lot of history, especially on China.
Okay.
Ancient China.
Okay.
Like Han Dynasty, Tang Dynasty down, and Bronze Age down, because I am very, very interested in how empires fall. And there are times in history, there are like 3-4 times in history where entire globally unconnected empires fell at the same time.
Yes.
3-4 instances. And now seems like that time again. So the reason why I'm mentioning that is that, like, we've all survived all of that. We can do this. I just think, like, we got to be one step ahead of everyone else. You know what I mean?
Civilizations fail, but people survive.
Hello? That's beautiful. You need to get that tattooed on your arm in simplified Chinese characters.
And have a white lady Karen tattoo me.
All right. Speaking of empires falling, is North Korea on a tailspin? What do y'all think? Because this shit is fucking getting out of control. Okay, so obviously we know that Kim Jong-un was in some kind of hiding. He was gone for a while.
Right.
And now he's back, I guess, and touting his prowess. But a couple of things are happening in North Korea that's making me think, like, regime change? Is this real? I think it might be. Because after the decline of the most recent U.S. and North Korean nuclear talks, once again, on May 3rd, there was some fire, like gunfire. Is that what it's called? Gunshots being traded back and forth at the DMZ, at the demilitarized zone, which is the craziest thing to call it because it is so heavily militarized. It is. It's like what? So for those of you who don't know, for the Fockers out there, the DMZ is that like 38th parallel fake border between North and South Korea.
How big is it? Like, how is you can see the other side?
You could definitely see the other side, and you could see like farmers on the North Korean side.
So it's not that big.
It's not that big, and it's highly, highly surveilled. And
there must be beautiful fauna and flora there.
Oh, gorgeous fauna.
Yeah.
Impeccable flora. That's where like when fucking dump ass Trump went over there and like stepped over with the Moon Jae-in and you know that whole charade happened. Anyway, so there's been some gunfire, and the UN is now, which is US led, but the UN is now stating that North and South Korean troops have violated the armistice that was signed back in 1950 when the end of the Korean War happened, with the influence of America, BTW. Anyway, the Joint Chiefs of Staff in Seoul said that North Korean troops fired first several bullets in the South Korean guard at a South Korean guard post inside the border zone. So South Korea looked at this manual of like, what do we do now? And they responded with a total of 20 rounds of warning shots.
Okay.
Forwards, but not at anyone. So that's apparently the way it's supposed to go. If you feel something threatened, you do multiple warning shots to be like, hey, we feel threatened. So if that was a mistake, you better know that we feel threatened right now. So cut it out. So that's what's going on. Apparently, this is the first time it's happened in the last 2.5 years. There have been shots before. There's no casualties, at least no reported stuff, hitting of people. So, it's kind of a crazy thing to be happening because it's such a high tense situation right now, especially what's going on with Kim Jong-un. And another thing that's kind of weird that's happening is Kim Jong-un apparently is starting to debunk some like crazy myths about his predecessors, like his father and his grandfather. So North Korea, there's a lot of these like supernatural myths about Kim Il-sung and his son Kim Jong-il
coming down on a rainbow from the mountain.
Yes, exactly.
It's a baby. One of my favorite pictures of the baby going like this, going down the mountain on that rainbow.
Yeah, Mount Pictusan.
Yeah,
yeah.
All supposed to be of that mountain.
Of that mountain, and the mountain has some kind of like godlike power that was given to Kim Il-sung to fight off the Japanese forces. And when no one else could, he's the one who rose. Anytime a despot takes over, there's mythos behind it, and Kim Il-sung was no different. And one of the kookiest myths that the actual North Korean state media we used to talk about is that Kim Il-sung was able to teleport. And it was this technique called Jukjibup, or it's which stands for folding space. And apparently that's what Kim Il-sung was a master at. And it was because of this technique that he was able to lead his like guerrilla forces to fight off the Japanese army. And this was touted. And once North Korea became a thing and Pyongyang was established, the North Korean media would like send this propaganda out, paper everywhere. And they'd be like, hallelujah, our supreme leader. That's where the whole like supremeness happened. But anyway, Kim Jong-un is starting to debunk these things.
What?
Yeah. He admitted that this is just a myth, that this did not actually happen. Now, I don't know how many North Koreans living today actually believe that happened, or they attribute it to the idea of, the cult of personality or whatever. So
the way that people that are like believe in God but don't believe that the Bible is verbatim. But they still have faith.
Exactly. You still have faith on a higher power that watches over you, but you're like,
it's not God, it's
the universe or whatever. Apparently, there are all myths out there that say that Kim Jong-un and his dad were able to control the weather as well. Yes, like Storm from the X-Men. So the South Korean Unification Ministry said that this is the first known occasion of a Kim family myth being officially debunked in this way, especially by a sitting leader. So that is causing some people to say that there's changes in the wind, because especially of Kim Jong-un's he studied in Switzerland and he has a lot of like Western European influences, and also obviously American influences. So they're saying that this is like a sign of things changing and shifting in North Korea. So, I'm not here to say that, is he dead? Is he dying? Is his like crazy sister rising to power? Who knows? I don't know. I'm watching. I'm excited. I'm at the edge of my seat. But one thing is for sure, things aren't exactly the same as they used to be.
Yeah, the status quo is no longer.
Nope, everything is changing.
He's happy, sure.
That's right. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, today I have the wonderful Lauren Jin. She is the founder of Clay Cosmetics, CLE. I, 2 years ago, went to this Shiseido to look for. I was like, I need some help. I'm like seriously breaking out. I need cleanser, toner, blah, 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 the whole thing. Hook me up. They said they gave me something, and then they gave me a sample of this Clay CLE toner, and it was so good. It was such a like delicate toner, but also like it really like cleared my skin and evened my skin out. I was so upset when I got to the bottom of it, and I still have it on top of my nightstand, not my nightstand, but the whatever, because there's a tiny bit left, and I don't want to use it because it still has.
Yeah, I have a lot of those too. Like, I call them my like my Oscar night preparation.
Yes.
It's like my favorite things of all of them. Like, saving them for a very special night.
That's great that there's like products we really love like that. And this is one of them. And when I was looking up Clay Cosmetics this month, I was like, oh shit, like it's a way cooler company than I thought. I just thought it was like minimal Korean, very cute, and it works well. Obviously, that's the best part. But it is a cruelty-free brand based in California. They use all natural ingredients sourced all from Asia, mostly from Korea. And they're known for not testing on animals and using natural stuff like natto gum, bamboo extract, snow lotus extract. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Right? That's so weird. Anyway, Lauren Jin, she's the founder. She went to Parsons New School of Design for her BFA in fashion.
Cool.
And after that, she went to the Royal College of Art in women's wear. Yeah. So she was looking into fashion. She was never going to do cosmetics. And then in the final year, she decided to create Clay. And cool. She says, quote, growing up, my parents always encouraged us to embrace freedom and self-expression. Cool for you. Not something that I experienced.
She has to be a fancy gin. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, gin? Okay. Jinshi, okay.
Okay.
They actually enjoyed letting me experiment with different outfits or makeup looks. And I grew up with both parents really involved in my many style phases. Looking back, I didn't really realize it was because they were not able to do such things growing up in Korea. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a very forward way of thinking, progressive.
Yeah. So not only were they unable to do it in Korea, but they were also they must be very rich and fancy.
Yeah, to be able to accept this.
Yeah.
And to provide, makeup is expensive and fashions are expensive. And she finishes out by saying, I think that trust and freedom really shaped me personally, but also as a businesswoman, to be fearless and just have fun experimenting. Ooh. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Lauren Jin, you are a kick-ass Korean. Thank you so much for being you and having cool, fancy parents to really root for you. That's important, and that I'm going to think of this, if and when I have a kid, to make sure I'm that kind of parent for them. So very cool.
I love this. I love this cosmetics line.
Yeah. Oh, you've tried it too? Mm-hmm. It's nice, right?
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So my kick-ass Korean is An Chang-ho.
Oh, how do I know this name? An Chang-ho?
So he is the father of Philip An.
Philip An?
Yes. You know Philip An?
That first actor?
Yes.
That old school actor from the 20s or something?
Yes. He's the first Korean-American film actor to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Who Philip on is?
Yes.
Yeah, he was our kick-ass Korean, right?
Yes.
One time. Okay, yeah, that's
so
right.
So this
that's
is his father.
Oh, okay. Daddy on.
And so he's another on, and he was a Korean independence activist and one of the earliest leaders of the Korean American immigrant community in the U.S. Cool. His name is Tosan.
Okay.
And he was born in North Korea.
His name is Tosan.
Fled.
But he changed his name to Chango?
That's the Tosan is what they called him.
Oh. Well,
yeah.
Okay.
So after he came from North Korea, and then he leaves and comes to San Francisco with his wife in 1902. And these are fancy people, obviously. They came to go to college.
And they were in 1902. They went to college in America
to pursue a better education. They were the first married couple to come from Korea to the mainland. So this is their passports.
Insane.
Yes, their passports from the emperor were the numbers 51 and 52.
From the emperor of Japan?
No, Kojong. Yeah, no, he's a Korean guy. He's the last king of the Joseon.
Oh shit!
And the first emperor of Korea.
Whoa, that's crazy. 51 and 52.
That's what their passports were numbered. Isn't that crazy? And
he was the 51st person.
Yes.
Oh my God.
He started working as an unofficial ambassador for Korea, and unofficially. So while he was living in San Francisco, he witnessed two ginseng merchants fighting in the streets, and he was upset by this display of incivility among his fellow Koreans. And so he became one of the first leaders of the Korean American community. So he founded the Friendship Society, exclusively for Koreans in the U.S. And then he changed it to the Mutual Assistance Society. And this is the first Korean political organization in the States. It's crazy.
Whoa. Back in the 1900s?
Yes,
early
in 1903. Yes.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
Exactly. And then in 1900, and so he's the first one kind of creating and establishing, and this is happening in a time where there's no precedent for this, right?
Yeah.
In his own home country.
Trailblazer.
He leaves in 1926. He's from San Diego, California, by ship, and goes back to Korea and never returns to the States. And he basically starts an anti-Japanese activism in Korea. He goes back because of the colonial era.
Okay, gotcha.
And he cannot bear to watch it, right? So he is arrested and imprisoned by the Japanese imperialist government at least 5 times. He's connected in connection with an assassination. Who was this resident general in Korea. He was tortured and punished many times during his years of activism. He's basically 6 years after he leaves America in 1932. He's arrested in Shanghai, and naturalized Chinese citizen. He's illegally extradited back to Korea, and is sentenced to 5 years. And basically, they arrest him again in 1937, and then, quote unquote, due to complications from severe illness, he was released on bail and transferred, where he died. I mean, basically, he was over the course of many years. He was beaten to death, right?
Yeah.
He is the father, not only Philip Ahn, but Susan Ahn and Susan Ahn Cuddy, if you recall, the first eldest Korean. Yes, the first married Korean couple to immigrate. She joined the Navy. She's the first Asian American woman to join the U.S. Navy. That's right. Her.
Isn't she the one? They're from the same family. That's a crazy family. The Ahn family. Damn. The Ahn family is like Korean American royalty.
Yes.
I was just thinking about it as you were talking about An Chang-ho. Like, there's Korean history and there's American history. But since this kind of line, there is an actual Korean American history. And that is so fucking cool.
It is really cool.
I love that.
I love it too. This was a very cool read, especially about this whole family.
Yeah.
There's maybe because I specifically love class. I'm like obsessed with it. And it's the reason why I'm into like landed gentry.
You love
I'm
being
into
fancy.
like, I love to be fancy.
Yeah.
So like
you and I are the type of Koreans that had non-fancy parents.
Yes.
And that has resulted in a Han inside of us to propel us to fanciness.
Yes.
That's it.
I mean, and also in Korean fancy, because they're so classist, it didn't matter how 얌전하고 똑똑한, it doesn't matter because they knew your parents, so it wouldn't matter. As opposed to white families, if you were 순하고 착하고, like it kind of like people were like, oh, you must come from a nice family. But like in most Korean neighborhoods, like everyone knew my dad. They weren't going to be like, oh.
Yeah. yeah. It's like, oh, wait, who's your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I tip him on Christmas.
Everyone, because the baseline is that everyone is going to be good.
Right. You have to be.
Everyone is, no one is mouthing off. No one's being bad.
Right.
So that's the baseline, but it's just about who your parents. And so like reading about this stuff, like it was nice to be able to engage in some of my classists, like sort of, because that's the reason I like English shit too. It's like, I like that sort of gentry shit. So it's like, it was cool to be able to be like, oh, there's like a version of this.
That's for me.
Yes,
exactly. Where we don't have to be part of like American socialites, but there could be Korean society class in America.
Yes.
And we get to do it our own way.
And they're apparently all super accomplished. I mean, like this, like there's no American family that's like everyone become I mean, I guess they're already the first of everything is because everyone's already white. So they can't be the first and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess it's tough for them.
Too bad
that
for
way.
them. Yeah. Wow. All right. That is our show. Thanks for checking us out. If you want to read about An Chang-ho, there's a lot of great articles out there, especially his whole family. Lauren Jin, check out Clay Cosmetics. And also don't forget Ajumma show, May 29th, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central. Meet us on Zoom. You have to register on Eventbrite so that we know you're not a freak. All right, that's it for us. Thanks for joining and listening. Bye.
Bye.